What's up, Sherpa Network? Thank you for tuning in today. My name is Jonathan Tenenbaum, aka JT, aka J On, aka Sherpa Winfrey, and I'm the host and producer of Domain Sherpa, where all roads lead to domains. Today's show is a Domain Sherpa review, where we get into the minds of successful domain investors using real examples, so we can learn strategies and tactics to become more successful domain name investors ourselves. These are the experts, the OGs. I call them guests. They're more like co-hosts, so that's really what they are. So with that, let me go ahead and introduce the 4 segments of the Domain Sherpa review. Thought I was going to say, let me introduce the co-host. That would have made sense, but that's not how we do it. What I'm doing first is telling you about the segments. We got grand opening. That's where we are right now, live and direct. I intro the Sherpas. We see what's going on with them. We talk about some related things. Hopefully not too many unrelated things. We'll try to keep Drew on a leash today, but I don't know. It's not looking good. It's not looking promising. Then we got the domain game. That's what we hear about with the Sherpas recently bought or sold. Everybody guesses, and we eventually, somehow, some way, someday get some swag to the winner. I won last week, so I got myself a brand new Domain Sherpa hoodie. I just took it right out the closet, took the tag off it, put it on. You know what I'm saying? It's fresh.
Yeah, remind me, I'm gonna
Fresh
deduct
swag.
that from your paycheck.
Oh man. All right. So that's where we are right off the bat. That's cool. It's fine. It's all good. My therapist said that you don't really mean it. So it's all good. Then we got segment 3, which is NameJet Gonna Jet. That's where we review a list of domains coming up for auction on NameJet. We see what the Sherpas like and what they don't like. And then last but not least, we got the grand closing. That's where we discuss anything that we have not already talked about, what's going on in the domain space, looking at the market trends, current events, and allowing our guests to mention and promote anything that they want to talk about that we have not, maybe that we've already discussed. So with that, let's go ahead and introduce the Sherpas. Over to my right, we got the one and only Andrew Rosener, aka Morpheus, aka the Dirk Diggler of digital assets, aka Bob Lee Swagger, the sniper, aka Drew. Drew got what I need, aka every Rosener has its thorn, aka never gonna give Drew up. Get Rick rolled, aka Graybeard, the domain pirate. What is going on, my dude? Welcome to the show.
I don't know. All good. I'm gonna keep the intro short this week. All
Short, so let's keep
very big announcement for Billy. Big announcement for Billy. We just hit 20,000 followers of the Domain Sherpa podcast on X, where
let's go.
domain social hour happens.
Yeah.
Where all things domaining happens on X. So we hit 20,000 followers. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
But we should get that there. You know, we got to get this shit up. And it's not about us, it's about the whole domain community. We need 100,000 people interested in what's going on in our little world, because the more people that are trying to learn about our little world, the more people that are participating in our little world, the bigger that pie gets. And I'm looking for a big goddamn pizza. I want a big pizza.
That's it.
Huge ass pizza.
Let's go.
I want that pizza that, like, you know, yeah, what restaurant is one? This takes like 6 fucking people to carry this pizza out to the table, and if you eat it, you get it for free. I would crush that thing. Just by the way,
yo, I'm super down. Yeah, let's go one bite. Everybody knows the rules. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's get this. Let's get this pizza popping. That's Barstool and Dave Portnoy, by the way. Which you know what? We're not gonna get into it. At least not now. But all this crazy meme coin shit. I mean, that is in itself. Exactly. There you go. Your background with Elmo with the fire is exactly representative of what's happening. We got governments that are collapsing based on meme coin fuckery, Libra coin in Argentina and all this kind of stuff. And it is crazy, crazy, crazy. But anyway, we're not going to get into that right now. We're going to maybe talk about it a little later, but let's try to keep it to domains here on Domain Sherpa, where all roads lead to domains. Big shout out to Billy, all the work that he's doing. Big shout out to everybody, all the followers, 20,000. You know, pretty soon we'll actually maybe be up to Shane's number of followers. You know what I'm saying? We're trying, but it's a process. And you know, we just keeping it moving, but we do appreciate everybody and agreed with what Drew's saying. Like, you know, and we got to work on that ourselves. Is, you know, how to get people engaged. You know, we talk about what we do as a rising tide, lifting all boats. You know, we need everybody to kind of be part of that to help grow this space and grow this pie for everybody's benefit. So, but all good stuff. All right, cool. So how did you when you flew? Like, how long was the trip from LA to Bali? Did you go direct? Were you somehow piggyback off?
No, you can't. It's too far. It's too far. You got to lay over. I laid over in Singapore.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean like a direct flight. I just meant like, because I know you were in Vegas and, I didn't know if you would piggyback that on any additional like other kind of travel to get you sort of closer. Or did you go from LA on some 20-hour
from
travel
LA,
day?
Singapore, then Bali, and then on the way back, I just came straight back. I laid over in Taiwan, but just for a couple hours.
All right. Well, cool, man.
Lie flat bed. That's the key.
Uh,
That seat goes all the way flat.
Oh, did you actually buck up and do it this time?
I did. Yeah.
Are you?
you're you're a little small. You could probably do that in a regular seat, no?
I'm
I'm just playing. I just say that because I can't afford to fly like that, so I'm bitter. So I take shots. That's what I do. I try to be like,
Oh, look at you with the Domain 5 sweatshirt. I like that. A little D3 plug.
yeah. Hey, big shout out to D3, man. I like a lot of the moves they're making.
Yeah, they're making moves. Shout
Some
out
of the
Fred. Let's
domains they're
go.
acquiring, Doma.xyz, the new platform that they've got. So yeah, real quick. I mean, look, and full disclosure, Drew's an investor in D3, but it's a but
So is
they're doing
Brayden,
some
no?
really cool stuff.
I've got equity also. Yeah.
Well, there we go. See, so
I might have worked with him a little bit myself.
Shane is on the payroll. So
Shane might exchange the email or two.
yeah, exactly. So, but they're doing some really cool stuff. Doma.xyz. Check it out. Doma.xyz. It's the new
And there's a good spaces that they had this weekend. Not a lot of people attended, but it was recorded and it had a lot of good information there. So 'cause everybody's questioning what it's going to be, how it's going to work, how is it going to happen, and education's super important in this next step. So it's a really
100%. I think that's one of the biggest things. There's so much noise and trying to figure out how to utilize all the different platforms and different things. And, Web3 is always interesting because, even like GBT auctions, for example, participated in those. We had those guys on the show. It's another platform Drew is invested in. It was like, you needed to get on base and, and that's, in order to, move some things and create the wallet, create the wallet and in order to participate. And, so there's different stuff. And I think the education piece is important because it's a matter of twofold. One, understanding the benefits and why, understanding the why, and then understanding the how, right? We're still here we're still in the intro, so let's keep it moving. Below me, we got my boy Shane Cultra, aka Sugar Shane, aka Honey Shane, aka Mike Rowe, aka Blame It on the Shane, aka House of Shane, aka the Culture Personality, aka Doing It for the Culture, in Shane in the Membrane, in Shane in the Blockchain, aka Domain Chain, Chain.
Heard
I
it.
don't know, man. Drew said he was on one today, and then he's actually been more like once the actual camera came, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be one of those. And the camera comes on, Drew's
Well,
like,
because Shane has a hard stop. I'm trying to, keep it contained. But believe me,
I'm
you touch on something that I got something to say about. I'm gonna light you up.
I have multi-person. I go do a PBS show, live PBS show at 11. So actually, I take that back. We record it. It's actually recorded now. We don't have PBS can't afford a delay button. People don't realize that costs a lot of money to delay national airtime. And somebody threw an F-bomb on there, and ever since that, they've recorded it ahead of time.
oh, yo, these plant motherfuckers are crazy. You know what I'm saying? They just say some. I mean, like talking about.
Cray. Yo, PBS might have a short shelf life these days.
They're pretty They're pretty much self-funded at this. I mean, they do get a lot of money, but they do a lot of fundraising too.
Yeah,
a lot of fundraising. Wow. I think the shows are great, but that's because I put on the content. So
I will say this. I will say this. I actually do think PBS does a pretty great job. I think PBS does a pretty great job. NPR, however, I used to be basically the only thing I listened to is NPR. When I lived in the US and I commuted almost an hour every day from Providence to Newport, where my office was. And I would listen to about 2 hours of radio every single day, and I almost exclusively listened to NPR radio. And since then, NPR has taken a dump. It's basically worthless. It's basically just editorial now, and it's extreme left toxic.
a lot of university run things too. I mean, it's
it's like uninformed and just it's like stop trying to convince me of things. Like stop, just shut up, just report the facts.
All right.
So are we rolling with this, or do I have to go pick another one?
Yeah, I'm ready.
No, I think you guys can go. Let's get it.
Okay.
This is what it's going to take to defeat me. You know what I'm saying? Since last week I won. You know, you're just trying to break my domination. All right, so you two, whenever you're ready to pull your phones and show a number to the screen. All right, boom. Oh, whoa.
Oh,
Brayden at $1,111.
Brayden, what rock did you just crawl out from under?
I don't think
All
so.
right. Shane takes it. What do you mean? Bladesmith is literally what you call somebody that makes knives.
It's a bladesmith, man.
Or swords. Yes, that's what you call it. It's a bladesmith.
You not have a knife?
Literally one of the oldest trades in the world.
Your knives from?
Yeah, but I didn't know it was called a bladesmith.
Well, you don't have a bladesmith?
Knowing is half the battle, as they say.
I just thought it was a cartoon character.
G.I. Joe.
Well, there is Blade, the Marvel character played by Wesley Snipes. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, his real name is Blade Smith in the show.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It's like Blade. No, I don't think.
What did you? Let's get everybody back on track. What did you pay for?
$10,500.
$10,500 for Bladesmith,
which I thought was a little more than I wanted to pay. I loved it up to about $7,500, but I wanted the name. I really wanted the name because there are like a few things that I don't have many hobbies. I have a lot of interests, but like things I actually want to do with my time. I don't have a lot of hobbies, but one of them is custom knives. I love me some custom knives, and I would love at some point. I don't want to make them. I will hurt myself playing with hot metal, but I would love to design and have fabricated, some really sick blades. And I can't imagine a better domain name to sell them on. And what a cool brand, bladesmith.com. Like,
cool. There's the meme on.
If I lived in the United States, I would have so many guns. I mean, we're talking like. I have regular visits from the FBI because they'd be like, "Why do you need so many guns?" And I'd be like, "Well, because I friggin' love them. I think they're awesome." And I would buy. A lot of
people like that, and they don't get any visits because it's America.
I know.
But Idaho, everybody's carrying a gun.
Yes,
I
would have an irrational number of guns though. It would be silly. I didn't. It's funny because I didn't even actually. I've never even owned a gun, but I literally got interested in guns about 3 or 4 years ago. And I started like watching auctions and doing things that were not productive because I can't buy them. But I was just learning about guns and what do they go for? And I didn't realize they were so relatively cheap. Like you can get amazing guns for like a few $100. For a few $1,000, you're rolling around like, special forces. It's crazy.
Well, that is the byproduct of if you live in a country that has tons of guns, then guns aren't really that expensive. But
it's actually the ammo is the hard part. Getting the ammo is getting the guns is easy. It's getting the ammo that's hard.
There are a lot of people that have a lot of. That's why the average in the U.S. is like average of 3 guns per person or some crazy high number. It's because there's so many people that don't have guns, and then there's a lot of people that have 40.
If you look at like, let's say probably since probably since they killed Kennedy, I think distrust in the government and distrust in the institutions that we sort of abide by has just been on a downward slope. And there's a direct correlation between a lack of trust in your government and a lack of trust in the institutions that run your society and the number of guns that you feel you need to own. And, that's where we're at.
e-cash.com, interface.net.
Oh, ecash.com, e-cash, because I literally just sold ecash.net this morning.
Oh.
So I bet it's the same buyer.
Okay. e-cash.com.
All right.
Go.
Let's do that one.
That sounds like a plan. All right.
And we never talk about the hyphen domains, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to give the hyphens a little love.
If you're
hyphens need love too.
We have actually talked, if you remember, we did a show where we were going over the escrow.com quarterly report.
Oh yeah, there was like a $3 million hyphen sale
There
or
was
something,
some
right?
really there was a weird uptick in hyphen domains, which led to us just asking even the audience.
Wow. Well, wait, what? We went and drilled down on that, and what it turned out is there was no uptick. There just happened to be this one enormous outlier sale.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I wish I did. If you are the one that sold that enormous hyphen domain, please come on DomainSherpa, email us, direct message, whatever. We would love to talk to you. Even if you can't say the domain, we just want to talk about it.
Let's get it. All right, here we go. So E-cash.
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 All right.
All right. Oh, by the way, look at that little Jalen Hurts to AJ Brown on the back of my phone. Little go birds.
I didn't even.
I wonder how long it's going to take us to actually come out with a known disease of like where grown men worship other grown men. There's got to be a name for that.
It's just about winning the championship, man. It's just about winning. Let's go.
Did you win? Did you get a prize?
Let's go. Let's
go.
All
right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice job, Shane.
Oh, hold on.
I was too lazy. I didn't change my number.
Ooh, okay. Look at us. So we've got.
But look at that. We're in a pocket.
We're locked in. So I'm at 12,000. Shane's at 13,000, and Drew's. Where are you? 14,495. Is that where you were?
5.
Yeah,
but we put the monkey in the middle.
Yeah, we stuck Shane in the middle.
I like it.
And the winner is
Shane.
Drew.
Oh, wow.
15,000.
What was it? 15?
Wait, can I line up? I'm going to line up perfectly with Elmo.
Dude, I was going to say 15. That was my initial number.
And I'll tell you, you want to know what's funny about
15? That would have been even cooler.
What's funny about Drew getting that is that Drew sold it to me.
Oh.
Did I really? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you're right. I remember that.
Yeah,
dude, this is cool.
So that was part of the package, right?
Yeah, that was
the blue
Cora?
Blue Cora portfolio. Yeah.
So I was after lobby.com, and which I've almost sold a couple times now. And Drew is like, look, they just want to dump the rest of the portfolio. There was like the one premium left, and then there was like 24 like 2-word names. I'm like, I don't want.
But they were good. They were good. They were like, it was like I think wasn't it like lettertosanta.com in there?
Love letter and
which
I sold like 35 grand.
And then you have Valentine Day. It was like, it wasn't Valentine's, but it was Valentine.
No, let me tell you something. Like I didn't want them. And then what happened was like 2 weeks late, I was like, I'll just dump them $500 a piece or something, or 1,000. I don't remember. And then I got an inquiry like 2 weeks later for like hobbymarket.com or something like that. I was like,
another good one. Another great name.
And I said, this is years ago, right? And
yeah.
I thought, all right, let me ask 3750. And I'll leave room for negotiation. And the guy replies, fair enough. How should we do this? I was like, maybe I undersold that.
All right. Well, so we've got Drew with a point, Shane with a point, and Shane, you're up next with the name for the domain game. So if Drew gets this, he's the winner. If not, then we're going to go into some kind of a potential overtime situation. So what do we got going on?
All right. So this isn't my sale, but I pulled a sale. So 22a.com. 22a.com. Do you know? Yeah.
Sounds like a flight seat. That's like the lady in 22A.
Yeah. I like
an episode.
I like these kind of names. They took a hit when everybody was like shill bidding them for GoDaddy for a while.
I remember back in the day, like we're talking 15 years ago, when you were all over these letter number letter. That was your joint. That was your joint.
I still have a bunch of them.
I don't have any idea what these are going for now.
I know, that's why I put them up here.
I have no idea. I'm gonna go going.
That's why I looked through all the things. I thought this would be an interesting one to talk about.
All
I just there we go.
Amendment
Hurst
to flyer.
AJ Brown touchdown. Hurst AJ Brown touchdown.
Yeah, go.
Flip it. Oh, okay.
I went retail.
Yeah, I went wholesale. So I'm 11. I'm so 1,150. Drew's at 3,369, and Braden's at 22,000.
So 12,750. So Drew still wins.
Ooh,
no.
and he wins the domain game. Wait,
Yeah, because the difference between 3 and 20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
wait, what were
Yeah.
you, Braden?
9,000 versus 11,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Close.
So Drew wins the domain game. Look at that, Drew. Show him, Elmo. Give him the Elmo. Let's go. He's on fire. All right. So where did that happen? And so it sold for 10 G's,
That was
huh?
at GoDaddy regular auction.
Huh. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so you're starting to see a repeating number and a letter cross 10 grand pretty regularly.
That's
way.
crazy.
Yeah, that's wild to me.
Not
Patterns
all.
like the Chinese favored numbers. So for the folks out there in the universe that aren't super familiar, the zeros and fours are not favored by way of numbers. I don't know why zero. I know four. It's because it sounds like the Chinese word for death, right? It's like an unlocked number.
Well, I think
four is
zero
extremely
and
unlucky.
O, the letter O, are a little confusing just typing in general.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But
I know four is like an
and
unlucky number.
4number.coms are actually taking a hit. The value's gone down quite a bit lately. They still
I'm
have
seeing a lot of
value.
them popping up on GoDaddy and
Yeah, they're but again, I think
Or number? You say 4 number?
4number.
I had 4 number, which Shane, you told me to buy a long time ago, which arguably was a good buy, and I just should have sold it way back when. I'm still sitting on it.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you if that's still. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I couldn't tell if he just complimented you or if he was telling you the reason.
No, I mean,
No.
I just
Shane
I'd
was
like to
dead
make two
on.
comments. One is, as I've said 100 times on this show, always sell into the wave. Sell into the wave. If you happen to have a name that's part of some kind of trend, sell into the wave. Don't wait for the wave to crash into the beach where you get your freaking, mouthful of sand. Sell into the wave and go out, get yourself, something nice.
As a man who's
That's it.
experienced, the top of the wave pile drives you. The bottom, the
Hell
wave
yeah.
on the wave is really nice to ride.
Hell yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Well, it's like,
Second comment is so as I said, I sold ecash.net this morning for $4,895.
Hmm.
And that was just on a bin. That was just somebody just came in and hit the bin on Afternic.
I wonder if it's the same buyer.
For sure. You think somebody in the last week bought two eCash names?
Yeah, because this one sold on the 7 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 11th.
All right.
Pretty sure. I'm sure it's the same buyer.
Sell into the wave. I think Shane has said plenty of times, no one's ever lost money taking a profit. That's
me. That's me.
Well,
Shane, who says that?
Actually, that's not me. That's actually a Charlie Tuna saying. Nobody ever lost money taking a profit.
I think that's been around a long time, but it's a very, yeah.
I was trying to give you
I mean, I've not hit peak on anything, like literally never hit peak on anything. But like even on those 4 numbers, I was selling them.
Oh, wow. Bitcoin.org, eCash, e-cash forwards to ecash.com, which forwards to bitcoin.org.
Of state fucking promoting shit coins, deleting tweets, then saying, no, I didn't promote it. I just shared it and then sharing it again. And it's like, I mean,
This is what decentralization looks like. You take the good and the bad. So
and that's a great way of saying it too. And look, and I don't think anybody who's investing in meme coins can really say, hey, oh my God, I can't believe I lost money on fucking, Dick coin or whatever it is, when it's like, hey, these are coins that, clearly there's no utility. The whole idea is that, you're trying to it's a casino, and you're trying to catch the wave. Talk about riding the wave and wanting to sell into the wave. You know what I mean? So.
No.
But
yeah, if the only laws, my dad used to say, if the only rules are your morals, then you better buy some guns.
That all doubles back, or some knives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did anybody see the what's that crazy senator's name? Kennedy. The Louisiana Kennedy. What's his name?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I know who you mean. He looks like
Oh man, he is
looks like a
hilarious. He's the funniest
scarecrow.
guy ever. The guy is hilarious. I don't even care about any politics. He's just hilarious. The shit that comes out of his mouth are crazy. The other day he put out like an advertisement, and it was a Second Amendment advertisement, and it was him sitting at his home at home at his desk cleaning his revolver, and he's cleaning the revolver, and he says, "I'm," and it came out on Valentine's Day, and he says, "On today's Valentine's Day," and I'm paraphrasing, but he says like, "Today's Valentine's Day, and I'd like to remind everybody that I believe the answer to all of our problems is love. But just in case, you might want to get a gun." It's so good. It's so good.
Good. Let's
All
keep
right,
it
keep
moving.
rolling. They got
We
20
got to
minutes.
get NameJet Gonna Jet. So let's slide into the NameJet Gonna Jet portion of the show. That's where we're going to review a list of domains coming up for auction, see what the Sherpas like, what they don't like. You can also go to the post on the Domain Sherpa website, pull the spreadsheet that'll have things like the Esteban appraisal, how many back orders is at the time that we put the list together, which was a day before we recorded the show. Back order end date, so you can know when you want to get active in the auction so that you don't miss the opportunity, and along with some other info that would hopefully be helpful. So go ahead and grab the list and check it out. It's all good. And then let's see what the Sherpas have to say. Let's see what they think. Brayden, you're next up in the order here on my screen. So why don't we start with you and see on the list what do you like and what don't you like?
Okay. Cabe, CABE,
Mhm.
4 letter, 4L, pronounceable. There's gonna be hundreds of companies called Cabe.
Bless you, Drew.
I don't know what it means, but it's just an easy 4L single syllable.
So
I don't know what
what do
it
you
means, but it's provocative.
it's provocative. It gets the people going.
Uh,
So what are you trying to pay? What are you trying to pay for that one in the auction?
Actually, I don't know. I really because I don't buy these kinds of names.
Mhm.
I mean, my guess would be no more than a couple of grand,
Okay.
but I could be off. I like ears with a Z just
Ears.
because in the US hearing aids just got deregulated, and so there's a lot of hearing aid companies, so it's good brandable.
You are an avid reader,
Or
Drew. I'm trying to get my kids to read more. That's
Yeah.
one of the things that
not
I'm
you
trying.
why don't you how about you give them show by example, lead by
I know.
example.
Well, that's
Yeah, I
also
mean, that's it. That's it.
it's so
That's it.
funny you say that. So I used to read a lot, right? And I don't read as much now. I don't have a whole lot of time, and that's one of my
Yeah, no, now
excuses.
you prefer to now you prefer to watch grown ass men in tights run around on a field instead of
All right, I got two. We don't
educating
have a whole
yourself.
lot of time, but I have two things to say in response to both of these, and I'm going to get these out because it's time for me to get my words in edgewise. So, number one, on the reading thing, I want to get my kids to read more. We did say, hey, we're going to do a little family book club, and it did get stuck with me being the one that did not do the reading. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Oh,
so
I mean,
we all,
example.
like
I know,
what?
but I read so I got into it. So I read my chapters last night. So we're getting it moving. You know what I mean? And
It's simple. Turn off the sound and put closed caption. Make your kids only watch movie with captions.
we actually do. We watch movies with closed caption because I'm old and I can't
Don't
hear
turn on
great.
the
I can't
sound,
see
make
great. I got a
everything
bad shoulder.
voice.
I think like I got bad knees. You know what I'm saying? My kids aren't gonna be able to watch TV without closed captions. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, we watching Squid Games with like the American dubs and subtitles. You know what I'm saying? Like we will, Anyway, and the
All right,
other, all
who's
right,
next?
Shane is up next. Let's go, Shane.
Um, I agree. I like Cabe. Cabe's a name too, so I think I don't know if
Is that like the ugly redheaded cousin of Gabe?
Gabe's ugly redheaded
again,
cousin, Cabe.
it's
Hey,
a
yo, has
southern
anyone
thing.
seen Cabe? We don't hang out with Cabe. Keep
So
Cabe
that's
in
how
the
it works.
house.
Like on East Coast and West Coast and Midwest, they rhyme everything with earin, like Kieran, Keegan, Kalen, Kogan. But down south, they just shorten it up to like Cabe and
Cabe, exactly.
Buddy.
Cabe.
We just
No,
we just do it
Yeah.
different down there.
yeah, no. You definitely want
But
to limit this. It's too hot to have too many syllables.
I honestly don't like this list compared to most of the lists. This is my least favorite in a couple months. So,
Yep.
um,
That's all right, man. Hey,
Yeah,
look,
I mean,
just take the names.
Timeo's kind of interesting in a 5L if you buy it correctly. I think it exudes some chronologically. So I would definitely add it to my 5L if I can get it under 1,000.
Okay.
So, and I would probably be at the 10,000, 12,000 on it. So those are
Okay.
kind of I put in my portfolio all the time. In the Money's a fun one. Like, I think that's a good trading name. You're seeing a lot more of that coming around. Like, I think we had Double Down. No, what do we have? Double Your Money last week. That's up for auction. A lot of those names are coming into play for trading, and there's thousands of trading sites coming up every year. So they're trying to be more creative and more top of mind with terms. So they're getting a little bit longer, but they're catchy. And I think In the Money is a positive term.
Yep.
So
you definitely want to be in the money.
In the Money is definitely
it goes back to exactly what we just said.
So,
sell into the wave. Nobody ever lost money taking a profit. You want to be
and I think drip coffee will be. So when I first looked at it, I said too generic, but then I looked back and the name of the coffee shop is going to be called Drip.
Yeah,
right?
Drip. I agree. Yeah.
So that's how they're going to approach it. It's not going to be we're selling drip coffee as a product, but the whole thing's going to be called Drip. So
called Drip, and then it's
from
drip
that
coffee
standpoint, I think it's a fantastic name. And
Good
maybe,
point.
Yeah, maybe my favorite on the list because and we know that when you're dealing like only one person is going to get Drip, but there's going to be a lot of places named Drip that are coffee. So the second best is probably Drip coffee. So anyway, that's one I really like. I think absurd.org on a build out would be fun as shit. Like, so it's a perfect meme name. It's a perfect video name. It's a perfect content name. So I do like it, and I think you're going to get it pretty cheap. So those are the names I like so much. I hate like numerology.net. Like nets are great, but they've got to be perfect in order to sell. Really good name. So 17 categories. So
well, but then you also have to look is do they have that continued use? And if the brand hasn't been
exactly,
then it's like then they haven't actually, then technically they may have
then it's like
trademark.
all your trademarks are now ours.
Are now us, or now belong to us.
Are now us,
Remember the original the Exercycle?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Like the original stationary bike. Now they call it
hell yeah.
So the is like from the 40s.
Is that the one with the fan in the front though? Like the fan wheel in the front or no?
No, but it kind of like that.
It moves back and forth like that.
Okay.
Anyways, I own extracycle.com.net.org.
Yeah. Matt,
somebody's
Sunny
come out with a spin bike.
That's going to be on your gravestone.
Yeah.
Could be
owner of
extracycle.com.net.org.
Don't you think somebody's going to come up with a spin bike and
absolutely
want that old brand?
It'll come back.
No way, man. No way. What's our boy Al's? What's Al Tom's his thing called? That's the joint. That's the only one to get. What is it?
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Oh man. He's a domainer. He's the guy that sold me.com to Apple for $8 million.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Shane, you were there when we were at the Space Center, and he goes, and he pointed at me and he goes, I'm not even gonna say what he said.
Oh yeah, he's got that like the ultimate exercise machine or something like that.
Yeah,
when you see the airplane magazines, it's always in there.
Yeah,
17,800.
He is like $38,000 or something crazy.
Yeah, and he also invented the wood paneling that goes inside of your sauna. That's him. He also invented that. He started out in the sauna business. Then he launched the bikes. Or the what is that called though? It's got a great name.
I have no idea, but I
remember
it's a full page ad when they had magazines in the.
By the way, that guy is legit a genius, and he's a treasure. He's a treasure. I hope he's still alive. If you're out there,
he makes a lot of money from those bikes. I mean, last time I talked to him,
dude, do you know how much money he makes? Do you know how much money Alf Tome?
Oh, Alf. Okay.
And he still gets royalties on the saunas.
Oof.
So good.
He owns like cold. Okay. Yeah, he owns cold.
Oh, the ROM Fab 4-minute
Fulltime.com.
exercise machine.
Rom 5. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, Al Temi, man. Al Temi. Let's go.
Dude,
Uh,
he is just an amazing human being. Really. I like him a lot.